Hello, I'm Dr. Vicki Peterson coming to you from Root Cause Medical Clinic, and I want to talk to you today about something that we see in a tremendous number of our patients, and it is completely misdiagnosed by traditional medicine, and it's very unfortunate. So what it's called is hiatal hernia. A hiatus is just a hole. A hernia is something that's protruding up through a hole. So your mouth is connected to your stomach via a tube called the esophagus. The stomach is lower down in your abdomen, and basically the idea is that the stomach is below a sheet of muscle called your diaphragm. Your diaphragm moves every time you breathe. So it bows down and then it bows up when you exhale, and of course it never stops moving because you never stop breathing. Now, hiatal hernia is known to the medical profession, but they feel that it is only symptomatic, causing symptoms about 9% of the time. That means 91% of the time people have no symptoms, is the belief. Further, the symptoms associated with it, because the stomach's in spasm and pushing up through this hole in the diaphragm, have all to do with, they believe, reflux, so heartburn, acid reflux, therefore some burning in the chest or the throat, so all those related symptoms. So that's fine, and those symptoms are accurate, and we do see those with hiatal hernia, but check out the rest of the symptoms. So the symptoms we also see are constipation, and that's the end of the ones that are associated with digestion. How about chest pain, shortness of breath, anxiety attacks or panic attacks, a feeling of anxiety, trouble sleeping, what am I forgetting? That's it. Okay, good. So as you can see, being short of breath, having a panic attack, feeling anxious, trouble sleeping, chest pain, pressure is another one. Those are not classically digestive related, of course, and so why would you think your panic attack is being caused by your stomach being in spasm and pushing on your diaphragm? You wouldn't, nor does your doctor, apparently, according to research. So this is just a hole in our medical system. And what's not a hole, and what's very recognized, is that once you're over the age of 50, 60% of the population has hiatal hernia. It's just that in the same breath they say they don't have symptoms. Now I can tell you we see 22-year-olds that have hiatal hernia. So it's certainly not relegated to being over 50, and it can be absolutely debilitating. We had a woman in her 30s come in. She had this feeling of a stuck feeling in her throat. If you've ever swallowed something and it's gotten stuck in your throat, you know how uncomfortable that can be. Ended up being a hiatal hernia. She went to every doctor in the world. A young man just came in recently who just went to specialist after specialist after specialist. I haven't seen too many patients in 30 years who have been that tenacious, but he had his heart checked every which way he could because he had chest pain and he had shortness of breath. What else are you going to think of other than your heart and your lungs? And they finally said to him, there is no more tests that we can do 2 and 3 times. We've already done it 2 and 3 times. We cannot find out what's wrong with you. And within 10 days, he was better because we diagnosed hiatal hernia. So I bring this up because so many people are suffering needlessly, and I want it to stop. So I want you to share this video with your friends and people you know who have these symptoms, if not yourself, and really spread the word that this is a very fixable problem when you know how. So here at Root Cause Medical Clinic, we're a team of doctors. We have internal medicine, functional nutrition, chiropractic, and physical therapy. And it's interesting that hiatal hernia is best treated, well, to handle all the facets of it really takes that whole team, because the digestive aspect of it, the stomach being in spasm, is often a food sensitivity or some sort of infection. There's a structural aspect to it having to do with the muscle integrity and nerve integrity. So it really takes the team traditionally doing everything that they're best at to handle this problem. So sometimes it can be exclusively nervous system, sometimes it can be exclusively diet, but it tends to be a combination. So I wanted to share this information. I'm doing an in-depth ebook that's going to be on our site, rootcausemedical.com, very soon. I've also spoken about this in some blogs on our site, so you can visit that and get more information. But please, if you find this valuable, share it with others, because I really want to help those suffering. I was recently talking to someone who, she said it was all on herself. She just kept looking and looking and searching. She's been suffering for 30 years and finally has an answer. It's way too long.